What's up, YouTube? It is Pelfrey, and this is the Red Sea Reefer 250. A couple things going on the tank. First and foremost, the tank is actually doing well. We'll knock on wood there. I have been testing alkalinity about every other day between 8 and 9 a.m., something like that, and it stayed at 8, which I did increase the dosing of the Kalk washer back to 200 milliliters a day, and that is why you'll see the back glass get consumed in coralline algae again. I have no clue what these little white hard pieces are, but get them on the back of the glass and I just scrape them off, whatever. But as far as the tank is concerned, everything is doing well. I do still get this film on the glass. You can see a little bit here. This spot right here is thick, and I don't like to take the hand scraper in there, and you can see along the bottom on the side pane there and down here, but you know, I don't really worry about that too much. Around the pumps, same thing. Pumps are pretty filthy, but you know, these Tunze pumps seem to hold up pretty well, so I'm just going to let them hang out for a little while, and then I'll take them out and clean them. But I have left the Tunze scraper in here because I'm cleaning the glass like every day. If not every day, every other day. So I'm just trying to keep up on that. I don't know what kind of crab is in that shell right there, but it just moved. But yeah, everything in the tank is actually doing well. This piece, if I can get it to focus, had started to die off there on the left-hand side, and it's coming back quite well. This green slimer, which I don't know if it really likes the flow that it has down here, because this little nub is up here in direct flow and it just looks pretty good. Pull out a pink tip. We got some polyps out on it. This is the tricolor Valletta, the $5 frag, and polyps and its coloration is starting to come out. The slime ball looking pretty good. This piece right here is still encrusting on the rock back there. I don't know if you remember, but if you look in the middle of this piece, there was super glue that I had over top of it, but it has grown over that. Purple stylo is getting hammered by flow, but seems to like it. Digi, looking good. And of course the large green slimer that I bought. And I did think at some point it is going to be concerned and grow into that pump, but I'll either move the pump back or move it over, or, you know, maybe even frag a section of that off, but hopefully I get to that point. Let's see here. I've been long-winded. I have been spot feeding some of the coral, so the acans have been getting spot fed. Favia is looking good. Zoanthids, a couple of them are closed up, and there's the Astrian starfish right there, which, on that note, I haven't had any issues with Astrian starfish, and I know that I have them in the system. They've been here forever, but since I'm working from home currently, I'm coming downstairs, I'm opening the blinds, and then I have a couple minutes to look at the tank, and the tank was full of Astrian starfish. So I actually need to order a filter sock. My plan is put the filter sock down here, start a siphon, start siphoning out as many of them as I can before the lights come on, because whenever the lights come on, they scatter and you'll never see them again. The right pump, same as the left one. It's got some algae growing on it, some coralline algae growing on it. But, you know, I did test nitrates and phosphates a couple days ago. Nitrates were still good. Phosphates were coming down, which is good. Fresh batch of carbon and GFO in the media reactor. And I did take out a gallon-sized baggie of chaeto and gave it away locally. Always happy to do that, because otherwise I'm going to end up throwing it away. That was about a week and a half ago, and this stuff has grown great. You know, I have had, you know, it's, you couldn't see, or you could see through the top there, and now it's completely covered up again. Someone asked previously if raising the light up helped with these screws. I actually put, I think these are like stainless screws or whatever in there anyway, but I don't have any rust on the screws, so one of two things helped: raising the light up, and also changing the screws out there helped tremendously. So aside from that, I have had some intermittent issues with the Reeflink, and whenever I say that, I mean that whenever I go into it to adjust the lights like they are now for videos or pictures or whatever, it's just not loading. So I do have the profile saved of my light schedule, which is just the 80 plus with like an hour of moonlights at the end of the light schedule. And I am going to reset the Reeflink and reload the profile in there. But in a year's time that I've been running it, this is going to be the first time that I've had to do it. And beyond that, I've only had to power cycle the thing 2 or 3 times. So there's some bubble algae I just noticed on that frag plug there, which that's a coral that's been long dead. I do have some bubble algae up on the top there. I do need to get some more emerald crabs for the tank. The emerald crabs that I got from Reef Cleaners took care of all of the bubble algae that I had previously. Let's see. I mean, like I said, overall, everything in the tank is looking really great. You know, I cannot complain. Been doing water changes once a month, doing like a 9-gallon water change once a month. Like I said, I'm dosing Kalk wasser, and I've been feeding pellets twice a day, and I feed a frozen cube on either Saturday or Sunday, and then it's usually Saturday, and then like 2 days during the weekend. It just so happens that today is one of those days that I'm going to feed a frozen cube, so I'll take you over to the kitchen and show you how I prepare that for the tank. Now I will say that there is no rhyme or reason for this. It's just something that I come up with about a month and a half ago, and I've just stuck with it. And since I'm only feeding a frozen cube a couple times a week, I tend to do the same routine here, except with iodine, which goes in once a week. So we're not going to add that today, but I just wanted to include it in the video. So what we have here is some tank water in a measuring cup from Bull Creek Supply. It's quite dirty, but I use it for this purpose here. I don't measure it out. Some Brightwell aminos, some frozen foods. I have a couple varieties of frozen food, so I just pick a cube for the day. Some nitrate that's already preloaded in here is 5 milliliters. Some Acro Power, some Reef, which I actually added this to the auto feeder this last time also. Some Reef Energy Plus, the A and B solution. Some Cell Cod, and some Fish of Hex Phyto. Now, if you don't know about Phyto, it does need to be refrigerated. This needs to be refrigerated. The rest of this stuff is okay, not refrigerated. This obviously needs to be frozen. But you can see it settled out here. All you gotta do is give it a good shake. You get the good dark green color. And see if I can get some of that off the bottom there. And that's what we want, is the dark green color. So that's fine for it to settle out. So this is all I do, folks. Nothing fancy here. Just thought of this concoction one day because I was tired of adding some stuff independently. So take 1 cube, pop it in. Then what we do is take a couple drops of the Brightwell amino, add it to the concoction. Go ahead and add my nitrates in there. When it comes to Phyto, I believe less is more. I've been using this right here for a long time. So just a splash of Phyto. So we're gonna do the same thing with a splash of Acro Power. Going easy, there we go. Now I probably should be measuring this stuff out, but I'll just do a little bit at a time. No need to be stingy with all of this. A little bit of Cell Cod in there. Last but not least, pinch of Reef. And like I said, once a week, I would be adding iodine, but I've already added that. So for this purpose, it's not gonna get iodine. Then all I'll do is let this marinate, let that frozen cube fully thaw out, and then I spot feed some of the corals first, and then I dump it into the tank. See if I can get you a shot of the ACAM feeding. Look at the fish, they know what's going on here. Of course the fish, they know what's up, they know what time it is, but figure I'd get the benefit of the doubt, try to get some nutrition in there for the ACANs. So that front one that I fed will be closed up for a little while now, get some food digested in its system, and then let me back you up and I'll just pour some food in there and we can just watch the fish eat real quick before we take off. Let's take a glimpse. The concoction here, I'll just stir it up a little bit, try not to spill any. I'm not going to dump this whole thing in there. This will last for the whole day. Give them some food to munch on. Set that back up on the pedestal. Let the fish and the corals enjoy the feast. And that's that. You know, I'm thoroughly enjoying keeping everything as super simple as I possibly can. Like I said, you know, knock on wood, but I'm thrilled with the direction that the tank is going at the moment. And looking forward to, for sure, adding some more fish in the future. I'm not sure how soon that's going to be. I want to leave the tank as it is for the time being, let everything just kind of stabilize out and hang out and get just, everything's going so well, I don't really want to disrupt that right now. So with that said, be sure to follow me on Instagram at Pelfrey's Reef. Check out the website at pelfrey.net. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comment section below. And I'll see you on the next one.